now that we have a basic understanding of what absolute value means, our next video, right here in question 11, okay, our next video is solving equations with absolute value. Solving equations with absolute value. Okay. And here is an example of an equation that has absolute value. The absolute value of x equals 5. Okay, now remember, my goal when I'm solving equations is I want to know the value of x. So the absolute value of what number is 5? And you might think, well, the absolute value of 5 is 5. That's true. But the absolute value of negative 5 is also 5. Right? So we actually split this into two equations. X could equal negative 5. Because if I input negative 5 here, the absolute value makes it positive 5. X could also be positive 5. Because if I input 5 right there, the absolute value just keeps it positive. Okay, now when we write our answer, and this is especially important as we use computers, the computer only recognizes the answer one way, and that's like this. The smaller answer first, comma, space, the larger answer. And a negative answer is always going to be smaller. Right? So let's make sure we have that, right? So order matters. Okay, the smaller answer first. And then the way you're going to write it is you write variable when you write your answer, and this is just extremely important as we work on computers, because the computer can't see that it was just a typo. Okay, so it's variable equals, look, and then you type the number. So in this case, the number was negative 5, then a comma, then a space, and then the other number. Okay, so just write that down so you can remember, like when you're typing into the computer. You might, if you type it wrong, like if you miss this space or you type it in the wrong order, the computer's going to count it wrong. Okay, the computer can't tell the difference. Like the computer just knows that what's the right answer that I tell it is the right answer, and it can't differentiate between wrong answers that are just silly mistakes and not. Let's just do one more example here. If the absolute value of n is 12, what are the possibilities? What could n be? Well, n could be negative 12. Right? Because if I put in negative 12 here, it'll make it positive, make it 12. Or n could be positive 12. So I would write it like this. N equals negative 12 or positive 12. Right? I'm saying n could be either of those. We don't know. Okay, you're going to try some of these sort of basic practice problems, and then they're going to get slowly more complicated. So go ahead and set up your space. You're going to put 12, 13, and 14 right there.